Hi guys and welcome to Lick Loft. My name's Rich.
My name's Danny.
And this is our series Lick Like, and today we're going to take a look at Mr. Andy Timmons.
So you've had Mr. Joe Satriani as your first one.
Yeah.
Mr. Andy Timmons is your second one.
Yeah.
You've setting yourself up.
I feel I've been stitched up here somehow. No names being mentioned there.
No, you know.
But anyway, yeah, 5 licks in the style of Andy Timmons, so you guys can get them into your playing. Use them, change them, you know, but I'm just kind of getting the style, the essence of the player, get it into your guitar playing, and you know, hopefully, extend your licks really in your vocabulary.
So, other than me setting you up, why did you choose Andy Timmons?
Well, do you know what? I think he's one of those players that have got all the right bits. You know, he's got the musicality, he's got the technique, he's got the feel, he's got the attitude. It's just got the whole package, and it's like most of the top players do have that, but for me, I think when you hear someone play and they just kind of catch your ear, you kind of just, it's just that melody, it's just all there.
He's another one that as soon as you hear him, you know it's him.
Yeah, exactly, that's the other thing.
Yeah, and that's what I would, that's why we're imitating other people's licks.
Yeah, we're trying to anyway. So anyway, without too much waffling, we'll go straight to the licks and we'll have a little talk through how each one works, and hopefully you guys can learn them and use them in your playing. Don't forget, you can get the tabs and the backing track on the website as well, www.thelicloft.com. So yeah, let's have a look at the licks. Yeah, I noticed that he does that quite a lot. That kind of, it's almost like a triplet thing, that kind of, and it's a nice descending lick. Gets you from there to there.
Yeah, I like anything that kind of creates that sort of movement. Like
it gives something a momentum. If you want to kind of, I mean, this is more of a general thing, not just Andy Timmons, but I think when you're kind of looking to sort of really build up to a note, or sort of you want to finish somewhere on the neck, something like that kind of lick where you kind of just building up to that finish, and the resolution, isn't it, like to the note, the chord you're playing over. So
also a name of his album.
It is, yeah. Well, there you go.
Nice link. But yeah,
right.
Show me lick number 2.
Lick 2. Yeah. Another thing, really similar kind of idea, just executing, stacking your bends really. But
that's really reminiscent of Andy Timmons. His solos always feel like they're going to like explode.
Yeah.
Like it's like building to that point.
Yeah, but the key thing with this one is that you're bending a note, and then hitting the note that you just bent to.
Right.
So you kind of like, you're really reinstating that note as a choice. You know what I mean? So if you're kind of bending up to the A there, then you're hitting the A on the adjacent string, and then you're repeating that. So you kind of just, really cool lick. Again, building up.
And I guess watching your sort of bending intonation is going to be key for this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can play it badly for you, and you can see the difference. Bit of practice, but yeah, definitely good one.
But it's cool because you're playing that note, you're bending. You can train your ear. Because you're about to play, you're playing that note that you're bending up to, so you'll be able to hear very quickly if you're bending it out of tune.
Yeah, that's right. So that note you're bending to is your reference point. So the note you play after the bend is like, if it sounds the same as that note, then I'm in tune.
So maybe just take one of them at a time and make sure each one's hitting that reference point.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so that's kind of another thing that he tends to do is he'll kind of grab an idea, a really small little idea, melodic kind of note choice, whatever it is, and then he'll kind of carry that through, a couple of octaves or so. So you'll get that really cool kind of, just motif sort of build the solo, but it's recognisable. It's almost like a little, riff really.
Yeah, and I think if you're struggling to have a more melodic approach to your solos, that's the easiest way to get started, isn't it? Find one little hook and see how many ways and different octaves you can play it, basically, and how you link those bits together. And the other cool thing he did, which Andy Timmons does all the time, is he uses the momentum of his lick to carry you on to the resolution. So you didn't pick again, did you?
No,
so
that's it. Yeah,
you're using that energy of the bend.
Yeah, just to kind of find my end spot. But yeah, it's great because you can get a lot of mileage out of one idea, which is I think that's one good point to make actually. Generally, is when you're playing a solo and you're kind of searching for that more stuff to play, try reusing a lot of the stuff that you've already done, but just change a little bit of it. Change the octave, change the rhythm, change the way you're picking it. There's so many different variations, but yeah, it's really cool to kind of get a lot out of very little.
Yeah, which is what we do best.
Well, we do try. Okay, next lick to have a look at. This is number 4. So yeah, again, I think following off the end of that last lick, it's again using the energy, the momentum you're getting from that very first idea, and then repeating it and just choosing a different, spot to finish on.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But it's really simple. But again, it comes back to that other lick that we were talking about, kind of getting the intonation of your bends, on point. Because if you don't, you're going to miss the note. So yeah, really simple idea, but you can take that, do it as little or as much as you like, really. But yeah, all on one string. That's the thing with that one.
That's another good approach. We've spoken about it before in a video that, again, if you're thinking of new ways to break out of a box, sometimes limiting yourself to one string, you'll come up with stuff you wouldn't have even thought about.
Yeah, no, that's
so
right,
when you've got all of this choice, like sometimes it's just like you just go back to the old faithful because you're just looking at it as just the same old block. But if I said to you, right, give me a solo and nothing but the E string, all of a sudden your brain's thinking in a different way.
Yeah.
And you've got to be like, right, how many things can I get out of that one string? Is it the way I pick? Am I hammering? Am I pulling off? Am I using open strings? Things that you wouldn't normally think about.
Well, yeah, it's giving yourself a set of parameters and then going, right, I've only got that to play with. I mean, I think Steve Vai said it once about improvising with like 3 notes. And it's like, that's it. Or no, it was 1 note, wasn't it? He said you play 1 note and play that until you can't play it anymore. Like literally bleed it dry. Literally play it, fast, slow, bend to it, but you've only got 1 note to use. And then you repeat the whole exercise with 2 notes. Right. And you try and exhaust all the possibilities with 2 and then 3 and so on. And by the time you get to 4 or 5 notes, because you've kind of done that process, you feel like you've got so much to play with. Yeah. Because you've explored so much with very little.
And do you know what you've just done? You just set yourself up for a lick like Steve Vai. Coming soon from Mr. Richard Crude.
Well, yeah, take a bit of time. We'll put that on the shelf, shall we? We'll see. Get hold of a gem maybe, that'd be cool. But yeah, last lick then. So yeah, another one. Again, very similar sort of traits to some of the others, but it's just following. This is sort of intervals really. So you're kind of picking out sort of thirds, if you like, from the minor scale, and you're just kind of tracing those back, to the root note, and then again finishing the lick. So
and it's nice to have one that descends rather than ascends, because ascending you've got that feeling of you're building to something, whereas you can't start with that sometimes. Whereas you've sort of given everything.
It's a nice one to wind down with, because you can slow the lick down towards the end and then and then resolve it. So yeah, it's definitely a cool one to kind of finish a solo or a song or But yeah, it's again like with all the others, just exploring the different angles. I mean, you could go back up with that one, and then you've got sort of reverse. But
well, I think you've done a cracking job there.
Not too bad. Hopefully that's a bit useful for you guys. Take those away, see what you can do with them. Let us know in the comments below as well how you get on. Of course, you've got the tabs on the backing track on the site as well.
And most importantly, who you'd like us to cover next. So
Yes.
please write it in the comments. Can be any suggestion, as crazy as you could think. We'll have a good sit down and plan out some lessons for you.
But remember, we're only human, so, you know, be nice.
Yeah.
No Guthrie.
Yeah. No Tom Quayle or Guthrie.
Yeah.
It might
Cool.
be safe. Cool. See you guys soon.
See you later.